you guys, it's me, Kiana, coming at you today, and I'm so happy to see that you're here. I wanted to come to you guys because I wanted to talk to you guys about something that happened. Now, a lot of people don't share this because, A, most vegetarians are not going to share with you if, in fact, they did try real meat, and they're not going to tell you that they did so. Okay? Second thing is they may not want to reveal it to you because it's none of anybody's business usually. And they may just don't share certain things. I'm learning that as I go along. But I wanted to come to you guys because a lot of people are following my vegetarian new lifestyle. And I've been on it for now a little over 2 months. I think it's like literally like a day over or 2 days over 2 months. I'm enjoying it so much, you guys. I really am. I feel great inside. The results as far as feeling great and on the path that I'm on of being better and growing, it is helping with that. Okay? It's a lot of different things that I'm experiencing. Some I've shared, some I haven't. But I am going to share with you guys this. So, Daddy and I went to our little lunch date. We took Pootie this time, and we went to a buffet, okay? Now, I've been to a buffet since I've been a vegetarian. This is not the first time I've been. It's so many options, so it doesn't matter if you are vegetarian or not. You can find a lot of things on the buffet that you can actually eat that are within the guidelines of being a vegetarian and also being somewhat diet friendly, because of course they have your unlimited salad bar, they have loads of steamed vegetables and things like that, so you can actually partake in going on little date nights or date lunches, and you still can stay within the confines of being a vegetarian and or on a weight loss journey. Okay, so that wasn't my issue, but I wanted to try it today. I have not eaten meat at all since I've been a vegetarian, and like I said, I haven't really heard anybody talk about what your body actually goes through. Not only what your body goes through, but the actual how it feels to eat the meat. Okay, instantly I'm talking about. Not, oh, I went to the bathroom and my stomach was hurting so bad and cramped up. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about as you're actually eating it. What do you feel? Okay, so what was on my plate? Okay, so I decided I was going to go ahead and eat some meat, which was crazy. Why? Because I really am so turned off of meat. But for some reason, I just said I was going to go ahead and do it. And Daddy looked at me like, what? You going to eat it? And I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to try something. So, me thinking I'm going to go ahead and try, I go ahead and put a little slider on my plate, a little cheeseburger slider. What else did I have? A little strip of baked fish. What else did I have, Daddy? Meatballs. I had 2 meatballs that had spaghetti sauce on it. And I think that was it. And a chicken leg. Okay? Now, I had my salad on a separate plate, whatever, but we're talking about the meat right now. That's what we're going to focus on. So, I sit down. I'm like, well, I did get the items that look delicious to me. Okay? Even though I'm turned off of meat, I don't like to see meat in bulk. For some reason, I just don't like how it looks. Especially if it's raw. Now, if it's a lot of, like, I cannot stand looking at, like, a whole bunch of pit beef or something like that, I can't. Yeah, it turns me off, literally. Okay, so, but seeing a few chicken legs or something like that, that's not big of a deal. Now, if it's raw, yeah. But a few chicken legs, just looking at them is not a big deal for me. Okay, even though I'm not going to eat it, in my mind I'm not going to eat it, but it's not a big deal. But I totally am turned off by seeing meat in bulk. Okay, so I sit down and Daddy just looks at me like waiting for me to eat it. Okay, as if he knows something that I don't know. Okay, so I goes to eat it. I took a bite of my slider. Oh yes, I put ketchup on it, all that. The little mini slider, you guys, was about that big. About that big. I take me a good sized bite. It had regular cheese on it. Now, you know I'm not a vegan, you guys. But I do try to incorporate vegan items into my diet. Okay, and diet meaning not diet meaning I'm on a fast or trying not to eat anything. No, diet meaning my daily intake. Okay? So, I try to eat like veggie teas and stuff like that. I've already showed you guys that like what, for weeks now. You guys, when I say it was the worst thing I ever ate in my entire freaking life, I am scarred for life. Seriously. Now, I had this already in my mindset, and I've told you guys this plenty times before, that I am never going to be a meat eater again. But as you all know, we all slip, we all fall, we get right back up. It's been now 2 months. I've been consistent. I have not partaken in any animal product or any animal flesh, I would say, at all, not even once. And today was the day. And I had to share it with you guys so that you guys, if you're embarking on this lifestyle, so you guys know some of the things that you're going to go through. It's not always just a mental thing, because your body, once you get past the mental thing of not eating the animal rotten flesh, once you get past, yeah, I said that, you heard me, my mother's up here for a couple of days, she wasn't feeling well. You know she lives down the street, you guys. So, once you get past that, okay, it no longer becomes a mental thing, but it becomes a physical thing where your body will reject it, okay? Your body will reject it because it is exactly what I said, rotten animal flesh. And my body knew it was exactly that. You guys, I've never tasted a hamburger that tasted rotten in my life, but I tasted it today. Okay, I need to tell you. When I tell you, I am not joking, you guys, that burger tastes like a burger from hell. When I say from hell, I mean straight from the pit of hell. I had to take it. Look, you know how, y'all know I'm real ladylike and dainty and feminine. Okay, so I don't do that, eat and then you take it out in a napkin. No, I will go here and force myself to push it down and just won't eat no more. I had to go there with the napkin. I had to grab a napkin, literally, and spit it out. I could not even get it down. I threw the burger down, the little slider, and I looked at Chuck. I said, Chuck, now mind you, his mouth like this. Mouth hanging open because he can't believe. He was just waiting. It was like he just couldn't wait to see my reaction to me, like I said, as if he knows something I don't know. So, when I went to go eat it, he's looking like anxious, waiting for my response. When I threw that burger down, I looked up at Chuck and I said, Chuck, please tell me that your burger tastes rotten. Is your burger okay? I'm thinking they serving us some rotten meat. That's what I'm thinking in my head initially, because again, I'm going by, I've never heard anybody say that they were a vegetarian, they tried meat again after being off of it for a while, and I never heard them express truthfully how it actually not only made them feel after they ate it and digested it, but how they felt as they were trying to get it down. A lot of vegetarians are not going to tell you the truth, okay? So, I've never experienced nor heard the reality, the facts. You guys, when I tell you that was the worst burger I ever tasted in my whole entire freaking life, I mean what I say. Now, what I did was I said, okay, maybe it's just the burger. Now, I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt because I'm like, I cannot believe that it tastes like rotten meat. It literally tastes like rotten meat, you guys. It tastes just like rotten meat. I asked my husband, I said, Chuck, do your burger taste like rotten meat? And he was like, no, baby, it doesn't. He ate the whole slider. I'm like, it tastes just like what it is. Rotten animal meat. My stomach is still tight, you guys. Thank you, Jesus, for revealing what you revealed to me today. Because when I said before I won't go back to meat, I meant that in my heart and in my soul. And you guys know, because you followed my journey that I actually embarked on this as a spiritual thing as well. I'm not going to get into it because if you don't know by now, then oh well, you don't know. But I told you guys that I embarked on this as a spiritual thing as well because I believe that God was leading me to do this, and that's what I've been doing. And because I know that because it's been so easy for me to do the transition, that was confirmation for me. Okay, I told y'all this, 2 months ago? Okay, and I told you guys that y'all would see if in fact this is what God was leading me to do, because we will be able to see if it's a struggle or not for myself. Okay, because it's easier to walk in His path when He lays out certain things for us, or when He tells us or dictates for us to do certain things. It's easier for us to do it or to transition into certain things if that's His will. Now, if we're out of His will, then that's when things become harder. And I've experienced that in life and also in weight loss journeys and things like that. So I said this would be confirmation for me if the transition from being a meat eater to not being a meat eater would be easy. Okay? You guys, it was the worst thing I've ever tasted in my entire life. Ever. Ever. If you've ever thought, I want you to sit and think about dead animal flesh or animal meat. Because that's what you're eating. Really, let's be real. We don't want to admit it, even when we eat meat, but that's what we're eating, okay? And that's all good and dandy. I mean, that's your decision. But I'm just talking about what's good for me, what I'm doing. I'm not trying to compare what you're doing. I'm not trying to bash what you're doing. I'm just talking about and giving you parts of what I'm doing in my life. That's all, okay? So, for a minute, think about, because the average person have never eaten, rotten meat. So you're going to have to use your imagination right now. Use your imagination and think of sitting some ground beef out for 2 days in the heat and then take a big bite of it. That's what the burger from hell. That's what I ate. That's what I felt like I ate. And I really didn't eat it because I didn't even swallow it. That's like Bill Clinton when he said that he didn't really smoke weed because he didn't inhale. But the point is that I couldn't even get it down to even consider it being something I ate. I couldn't even digest it whatsoever. Even get it down. It was the worst thing I've ever experienced, you guys. So what I did was I wanted to see if it was just that. So I tried the what was it? A piece of pepper steak. I forgot to tell you that. That's what I put some a little bit of rice, because I put very little portion because I didn't want to waste it, because I didn't know how I was going to react to it. So I put a little bit of pepper steak on top of some rice. I forgot to tell you I added that to my plate. I tasted a piece of the steak. I had to get rid of that. So I tasted a piece of a half of the meatball. Now the meatball wasn't that bad, but I was already turned off, because remember that was the third try at that point. I was so turned off, you guys. It was not fun at all. So I'm doing this video so if you have embarked on the vegetarian lifestyle because you've seen me going through certain things and you trying to follow certain because your girls, sometimes if you go on a diet plan or whatever, you go on it with your friends. So it's a lot of people that's been embarking on the vegetarian lifestyle with me. Okay? I'm telling you from somebody that's not ashamed to say that she tried it, not ashamed to say that she was going to fall today, not ashamed to share the reality of that we all fall and we get right back up. I'm telling you the truth. And when I say when you've been off of meat I can't tell you if you've been off for 4 weeks. What it'll taste like to go back on. I can't tell you that because I didn't fall at 4 weeks. I can tell you at 2 months, if you've been off of meat altogether, haven't eaten anything that's meat, no tuna, no nothing. If you've been off of meat for 2 months or more, I'm telling you now, it is not the business to go back at all. Not because of health reasons, not because of feeling like a failure or feeling like a quitter. I'm telling you from the standpoint of trying to digest it. No. It was the worst thing. It was the slaughter from hell. It really was, and never got worried about me going back to it. Let's say that. Let's say that much. You ain't got to worry about me being ever tempted. And I wasn't really tempted before, but for some reason I just wanted it today. And I've been in restaurant atmospheres and Applebee's and all kinds of stuff, and Daddy got his plate in front of me, and I didn't have any meat on mine. I haven't had no issues not feeling that tempted, but today I just was like, I'm going to eat it. And then the slaughter of hell came up against me. And yeah, I couldn't do it. So I'm telling you now, if you think that you're going to be able to do it, you better have titanium stomach. For real. Because, and it ain't even just getting down to the belly. It's just tasting it. It tastes just like rotten meat. And of course you have to use your imagination. But believe me when I tell you, it's not something that you want to taste. It was horrible. So on that note, you guys, I had to tell you, I had to share it. Look, when I was in the restaurant, I was like, I cannot wait to tell everybody about this one. I said as soon as I actually ate, I was like, I cannot wait to tell everybody this one. So I had to come tell you guys. So on that note, you guys, I have another video that I want to do for you guys. So make sure you tune in. I love you all so much. Talk to you guys later. Be blessed. And stay away from the slaughters from hell.